So next will be the four-hole hitter for the Rockies, Tony Oliva.
That's
ball one to the right fielder.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
That misses.
Outside.
2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a swing and a miss there. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Jose Alvarado, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Banda, the power lefty, up as well. On its way to the corner. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. Gassed it right by him. Manager out of the dugout. Jose Alvarado taking over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Matlock at the plate now, and that's inside. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a pop-up. Henderson gets there. He's under it, and that's the third out. 2 left for Colorado. So in now for Colorado, Tony Oliva. That one ripped. Fair ball. Around third. The relay. The tag out. So it's their last chance in this one. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. And now it's Dansby Swanson.
Clearly didn't want to mess with him right there, so I think it makes sense to play the numbers game in this spot.
Trying to deliver as the hero. Popped up, foul territory behind the play. And that'll do it. The Royals strand the go-ahead run to hold on. So bases all loaded up. And now the right fielder, Tony Oliva. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
Bases loaded, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that one fouled off.
Finish him.
Righty delivers. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Davis.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Tying run in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. Now 1-1. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Could be some action here on
2
this
balls,
next
1
pitch.
strike.
Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Ball.
Here's an
3-1.
opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
We got a full count.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And he takes a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
On the ground, 2 ball. On to Simeon. And that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning. Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give him a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how to.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the Kansas City Royals. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Jake Arrieta. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. He'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Eric Davis leading things off and takes a strike. In the air, right side. Oliva sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's one away. Here's the second baseman, Luis Rengifo. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. And he swings and misses at the initial
0-1's the
offering.
count.
It's no surprise they call this batter a day player. He statistically performs better in these games, and he's hoping for a big performance in this one.
1 out, bases empty. Good eye right there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone.
Oh, that one's behind him. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
One ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. 2 outs. Got him swinging. KC down. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, now it's the veteran outfielder Reggie Sanders. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Sanders with a homer in his last game. The pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate. Ripped on the ground to second, to first. 1 up, 1 down. And here is Devers, 2 for 7 in the series so far. Check swing called strike, and that's strike 1.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 0-2. Second inning here, no score. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing here this half. We played 2. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Bassett back to work. And there's a foul ball. Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. And that one fouled off.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
And next up for the Royals, Lawrence Butler. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. That's way outside, and that's ball 1. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
One down, base is empty. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that's going to get into the corner. Now he'll turn for second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Bassett winds and deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Butler, the runner at second with one away. And foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And now 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Ground ball up the middle. That's it out. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Eric Davis. He's 0 for 1. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. A dive. He's got it. From his knees, the throw. And they get the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
And we're back. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
In the air, left side. Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. Air Jordan steps in to take his hacks. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Just missed.
That's the ball.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Varsho after it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 16.
So up now for Kansas City, Reggie Sanders. Sanders, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's been wearing out home plate lately. He scored 10 times in the last 10 games. Chop to the right side. Simeon tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. No score. Welcome back. Quite the pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Well, these Royals, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He was drafted out of high school, but for a brief moment he thought he'd be playing college baseball at Auburn.
Well, unless he was drafted in the first round, the plan for Gunnar was to go to college. So when he became the first pick of the second round, it took some convincing to go pro.
Counts 1-0.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Here's a high chopper. Simeon gets it to first, and that quickly 2 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And that one wrapped foul. Clips the corner. That's strike 2. That's to third. Handles, throws to first, and Guerrero is set down. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Designated hitter, Lawrence Butler.
Bassett back to work. There's a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the catcher,
Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit.
Alvarez.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. And there's the strike. The Rockies leading by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
A little bit low. The count now 2-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Makes a nice running catch. And there are 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Davis stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Inside. And the count even 1-1. 2 out, space is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. That's worth the price of admission. His 2nd homer of this series, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
And that's down and away.
1 strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2. He goes down looking. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. We're through 6 full. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Towards first, Matlock. Steps on first for the out. And now Reggie Sanders. Swinging a ground ball, and that one finds its way through. And the go-ahead run is on base. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't.
Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really.
Now pitching for Colorado.
Aroldis Chapman will take over here.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard.
Paul Goldschmidt now. Swing and a miss.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. And ball 1.
That's a ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then
lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Well, that's a great effort with 2 outs, and he displayed why it's so important to get out of the box quickly. There's no time to waste on these plays, and that hustle down the line to beat the throw really earned him that run.
Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Bases still loaded with 2 out. And now it's Luis Garcia. 1 for 3. That's in for a strike.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
The 0-2 stays alive. And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here. 2 runs. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The center fielder, Michael Lowe.
Herder back to work. That one pushed foul.
All these Rockies finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Next pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting.
And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak. It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We got a bit of a wet one coming at you. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Colorado Rockies. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Danny Leviathans. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. And that's through there for a strike. And we're underway.
Ball, that's inside.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's O'Neal Cruz, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. And first offering is fouled off.
So O'Neal Cruz is named after Paul O'Neal. That was his father's idol in baseball, so he named his son O'Neal. In 2022, they finally met each other when the Pirates played the Yankees in New York, and I'm sure that was a moment that O'Neal Cruz will never forget.
Ground ball, left side. Tosses across to first. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
Oh, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Harper, in his 5th season, 22 years old. And he's one of the few 2-time MVPs in the league.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
2 out, space is empty. Right through there, got him. And the Reds go 1-2-3. Nobody left for Cincinnati. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Blake Snell. What do we need to know here?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the veteran outfielder, Michael Lowe.
Number 7.
And that is out of play. And that's a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the swing and a miss.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Outside with a breaking ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats it for the first out after the drop 3rd strike.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And here is Danny Leviathans. Kicks and deals. Swings through that one.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one not close. 1-2 to count. Breaking ball misses down and away. And misses inside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Third, right fielder.
So a man at first. Next to hit for the Rockies, Tony Oliva. Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
That's inside.
Throws. Save. That's a stolen base. And the 1-0. And a foul ball.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
On a line out towards center. Cruz makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Scott Matlock. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. And that is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Check swing, called strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there. It's 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Leviathans at second with 2 down. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Gets a piece and stays alive. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Throws from his knees. On the money. Nice play.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. Cut on and missed at 101. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Eric Summerskill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summerskill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Next for Cincinnati, Don Baylor. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Baylor went deep in his most recent game. Swings through that.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here.
2 balls.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. Hard hit, right side. Off balance feet. Here's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Next to hit, Jordan Westburg. Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Reds leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. So in now for Colorado, Jonathan Miller. Snell back to work. And a foul ball. And now the 0-1. Ball one there. In the air, right field. Harper has a beat on it. And there's one down. Now it's Marcus Semien. Hit in the air, right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And the Rockies jump in front. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And here is J.D. Martinez. This one smoked on its way out of here. His second of the year. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
One down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Blake Snell on the mound today, and everyone knows he's got a great shoe collection, but his trophy cabinet's pretty full as well. He's won multiple Cy Young awards, one in the American League with the Rays and another in the National League with the Padres. It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And that one fouled off.
Snell won his second Cy Young Award in 2023, the same season he led the majors in walks. That doesn't happen very often, but it wasn't the first time. Early Wynn did the same thing in 1959 with the Chicago White Sox.
And Eric Summersgill punches him out. That's a strikeout. But two round trippers in this inning. New inning getting started. Now it's Brendan Rodgers. In there for a strike at 100 miles an hour. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one inside, and the count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jhonkensy Noel in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And that one hit 97 on the gun. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
1 out, bases empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good 2-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Reds down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in Denver as we go to the last of the third. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Michael Lowe. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And the next pitch is way outside. That's a little bit low. And there's the ball.
Ball 3.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Hit hard on the ground is short. Cal gets it over to first. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. Danny Leviathans now at the plate. That's down and in. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back, and that one is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 3-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now it's the right fielder, Tony Oliva. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Baylor on the move, and it's caught for the out.
Now batting.
2 down,
Number
bases empty.
24.
Next for Colorado, Scott Matlock. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
The next offering misses, and that is ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. Around first, heading for 2. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there at the...
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and it's 4-0. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Marcus Semien. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. Meanwhile, Activity in the bullpen. Nolan Ryan getting loose out there. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That's out to center field. And that is that. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. On to inning number 4. It's the Rockies 4 and the Reds nothing. On to the 4th, and now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. Cruz, 26 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. Miller on his way over. Corrals it. And a quick out, number 1. Bryce Harper to the plate. First pitch misses. Left field. Martinez has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Cal Ripken Jr. the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch just misses. And another ball.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one at triple digits.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. And that extends the inning. So up next, Don Baylor. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
2 outs. Cut on and lifted in the air. Oliva makes the catch, and that is that. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at Coors Field, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's J.D. Martinez. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've played 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Swanson swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. And that one becomes property of the beast. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 5-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Blake Snell departs, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher for the Reds, Nolan Ryan.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
So here's Murphy now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That one missing inside.
Strike's in.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So digging in, Michael Lowe. 0 for 2 in this one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
And now Danny Leviathans. Throw to second and safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
That one missed. This one smoked, could be trouble, and that's going to kick into the corner. The run comes in from second, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Back-to-back base hits, loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Tony Oliva. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. They say you win. 2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one misses. Ball 3.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it one-hops the wall. In comes the run from third. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Picks himself up an RBI. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And the batter now, Scott Matlock. That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Runner from second scores as they add on. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Jonathan Miller.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Nice grab. Now a jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Stevenson takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And strike one to the catcher.
1-1.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Brendan Rodgers. Fastball for a strike. On the ground right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Noel in the box now, no balls and a strike. That one fouled off. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Throw to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Reds leave one, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score.
Pitching for Cincinnati.
Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Brant Herter. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. J.D. Martinez stands in.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. One down, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The Rockies up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Way inside, gets out of the way. And they'll do it again.
That's a ball. 2-2 the count.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one way outside. And it's 3-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate. 2 down, base is empty. Dansby Swanson stands in. In the air, center field. Cruz under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Leviathans back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
All ones the count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Cruz up to the plate for the third time as he looks at one down low. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And a good eye there.
That's a ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Harper in the box again, takes a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Just missed. Sets him down on strikes. And he strikes out the side for the third time today. And 1-2-3 go the Reds. Still 8-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
All these Rockies digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases. And 8 extra base hits is a big number, and it's pretty clear the offense is just feeding off each other at this point. Confidence is contagious.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 out. So the lineup flips over. So in now for Colorado, Michael Lowe. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0. High in the air, out to right. Harper sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Danny Leviathans. This one popped up. Garcia. That is the inning. Rockies are down quietly as it remains an 8-0 game. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken Jr.
Cal Ripken Jr.
The wide to kick the pitch. Just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2-0. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
1 down, base is empty. High fly ball, shallow right field. Squeezes it. 2 down. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. The 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
And down on strikes he goes, and he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Right fielder, Tony Oliva.
Tapper back to the mound. The throw to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Scott Matlock digs in now. And that's downstairs and outside. Herder, a tall lefty, 250 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. And there's a ball. Out to short, Ripken. Throws to first in time, and a couple of quick outs. So 2 down now, and here is Jonathan Miller. Hit weakly on the ground. Garcia on to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. 1-2-3 go the Rockies as the lead holds at 8-0. As expected, we're going into a rain delay, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long break, Singy. It is really coming down as they put the tarp on the infield.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Boog, and it's not going to be a short break either. So guess we go grab some coffee or something, man. Go sneak in a game of the show before play picks back up.
Bring it.
Now pitching.
We welcome you back with good news. The tarp is off the field,
29.
and it's done raining here at the ballpark, so we can get back to action. Satchel Paige, the new pitcher, looks ready to go, and aren't we all? A long pause in the action, but now it's time to go once again. In now for the Reds, Tyler Stevenson. And that misses. Ball 1. Page, multi-time all-star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slurve, a sinker, and he works in a changeup.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
A changeup missing, and a count even 1-1. The Rockies up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Now a screamer into the outfield. Baylor makes the grab. And there's one away. J.D. Martinez stands in. He's already homered in this game. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
All over that one right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So a man aboard. Swanson digs in. Hit on the ground to short. Whips it across. And Swanson is set down. Here's Sean Murphy. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And foul ball. Martinez on at second with 2 down. Swing and a drive deep right field. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Headed towards the corner. Harper hustling after it. Snags it on the run. And that will end the inning. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, Luis Garcia. That one drifts inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed. And a swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So up next, O'Neal Cruz. Pitch misses. And that's ball 1.
Hey.
And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed
1 ball,
there.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The Reds now down to their final out. So here is Bryce Harper. That one clips the outside corner. 0-1.
Hey, 2.
The Reds down to their final strike. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Good eye in that spot.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Colorado Rockies. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway, and today's starter, Spencer Strider. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Luis Garcia. Strike on the inside corner. And we're underway here this afternoon.
First pitch, 110.
Misses inside, and it's 1-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Center field. Low. Under it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup. Probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
O'Neal Cruz, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Oh, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015 But Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. Chop to third. The tag, and he's out.
Batting third, right fielder Bryce Harper.
Here's Harper now.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And that's
Ball
off
inside.
the inside edge. Ball 1. Harper hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Swing and a miss.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Low. As this one sized up. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Back here with my pal Singy. And pitching here today, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Michael Lowe,
Ball 1.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
1-0.
Here's a bit of a scouting report on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's athletic, has elite flexibility, kind of like you, Boog. He's got good strength, an ultra-fast arm, and exceptional movement patterns. He's tough on hitters, that's for sure.
Takes it in for the out. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Scott Matlock.
And Boog, he brings a big bat to this lineup. He's on pace to hit more than 40 home runs this year, and that's a guy where if it's more than a couple of games without a dinger, guys are wondering what's going on. You're so used to seeing him around the bases. You put a guy like this in the middle of the lineup and just put it on autopilot. Big-time hitter, always a ton of fun to watch.
They got it for out number 2.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can't it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jonathan Miller. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it, and he'll be safe at first.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
And now here is Tony Oliva. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Baylor sizes this one up. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Oliva with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Up the middle, and that is the inning. The Rockies strand 1, scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and now the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
We'll always know Cal Ripken for the streak, but he was about so much more than that. He really changed the way we think about the shortstop position. When Ripken came along, he was not in the mold of a traditional shortstop. He was a big, strong guy. His offense was just as strong as his fielding, though, and he had some pop.
Yeah, even though middle infielders with power are common now, Ripken still holds the record for most homers hit by a shortstop. It might not be as unbreakable as one of his other records. Still pretty impressive, though. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Don Baylor. 2 for 8 in the series so far. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Strider, a former all-star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike three.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Jordan Westberg in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Reds go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second, and now the big-time power threat, Scott Matlock. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one misses, and the count is 1-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Slapped foul. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Lined, and that's a base hit. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
1-1.
In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it's Dalton Varsho. And that one clips the corner. Base hit, and a run comes in.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Sean Murphy. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a pitch. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
No ball,
all you got to
2
do is
strikes.
concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Chris Fielder.
Strider back to work. Just off the inside edge. Fielder matched a homer in his last game. Next offering is fouled back. Strider ready to fire now. There's a strike. Starting to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And Joe McDonald says he went around.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now it's going to be Tyler Stevenson. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And a slider in the outside corner for a strike. Next pitch is outside.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
0-2 is the count.
In the air, out towards left center. Varsho brings it in for the 3rd out. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Center fielder, number 7.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
At the plate, Danny Leviathan. Throw, save, and And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those players.
And that one misses up and in. And 1-1.
One strike.
Low at second with nobody out.
Hey!
Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at second. That
2-2,
one almost
Sam.
got him. And he grounds one to the right side. And that chance handled. Over to first. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Tony Oliva. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fouled off left side. Man at first, one away.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Well, a swing like that can help you
Now
come out of the
batting.
struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So digging in, Scott Matlock. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark and he scores. And they're up by 3.
Waste no time there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Out to short. Ripken over to second, and they bounce into 2 already. This one ends the 3rd. So 2 runs in the inning on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 3 innings complete. It's the Rockies 3 and the Reds nothing. Back here in Denver, start of the 4th, and now it's Luis Garcia. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Grounds one to short. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Here's O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 1 so far. First offering, and it just misses.
No, Boog, I know it's obvious, but you just can't miss Cruz when he's on the field. I've never seen a player like him. I mean, he's 6'7", weighs 220 pounds, and is the tallest shortstop in the history of Major League Baseball.
That's a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Nope.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The Reds trailing by 3. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Up next for Cincinnati, right fielder Bryce Harper.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Bryce Harper. Fastball is outside. And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the top of the wall. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now Cal Ripken Jr. Inside, just missed.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot. And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And that one a little below the knees. And now it's 3-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, here is Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien.
And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Rockies doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're putting together strong at-bats with good contact, and 5 of their hits have come on the ground. That's a lot of ground ball base hits.
Late with the swing there.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. There's a swing and a miss.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Just off the outside corner. And the count 1-2. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
One gone, runner at first. Sean Murphy digging in for the Rockies. Grounded to third. Could be two. There's one.
Out.
And it's a double play to end the inning. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off
pitcher's
for the
duel
Reds,
so far.
left
Here's how the
fielder,
starters
Don
have
Taylor.
performed up to this point. Pitch is in there. That's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball. Well, these Reds just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
2-2 the count.
Goes down looking. Jordan Westberg getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one just misses. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking for the K. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Rockies 3 and the Reds nothing. Back here at Coors Field, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Michael Lowe. Hard hit left side. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Colorado's DH, Danny Leviathans. First pitch misses. And that's down and away.
No strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Inside ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for Cincinnati.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Caleb
Number
Ferguson.
64.
Just trying to keep this one
Caleb
close here,
Ferguson.
and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's some real power at the plate. Jonathan Miller. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Leviathans leads off first with 1 away. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Grounder might be 2. Over to second for 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 5. It's the Rockies 3 and the Reds nothing. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check
for
out the latest
Cincinnati,
news from
catcher
around the league.
Tyler Stevenson.
We're back,
Now
and they make a
pitching for the
change to start the
Rockies.
6th. The new
Number
pitcher,
35.
Justin Verlander. This is his
Justin
3rd time out this year.
Verlander.
Strike on the inside corner.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Digging in, Brendan Rodgers. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Verlander, a former MVP, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider,
No
and he
ball,
works
2
in a
strikes.
changeup. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And that turns the lineup over. In now for the Reds, Luis Garcia. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right.
Miller on to Simeon.
That's an out.
What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Rockies 3. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Tony Oliva. Hit in the air, center field. And out number 1 on the grab. And now Scott Matlock. He's a guy who does it all. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Abner Uribe up and throwing. Herder warming up as well. 1 down, base is empty. Ripped on a line to center. Cruz makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 1 for 2. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Line drive. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing for the Rockies, but they lead at 3-0. Back here in Denver, here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. Verlander back to work. That one in there across the letters.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Here's Bryce Harper.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
There's a strike. Verlander goes 6 feet 5 inches, over 200 career wins, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. And strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball popped up. Miller. And makes the grab. 2 down. Cal Ripken Jr. the next to hit. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. On the inside corner for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. So up next, Don Baylor, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Well struck right field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Here comes Ripken. 1 run is in.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Westberg in the box now. Takes strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run scoring. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Abner Uribe.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Simeon in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Nope, that's off the plate.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And the leadoff man aboard.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first. The throw comes in too late, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
And that one fouled off. And that one is inside.
2 strikes.
Now this is in the air down the line. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Now here is Michael Lowe. Late swing, foul to the left.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. A 3-run homer, and they add to their lead. It's 6-1.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Abner Uribe won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher now, Danny Coulombe.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Stepping in, Danny Leviathans. Ripped on the ground a second, whips it to first. Yeah, they get the out. 2 down, bases empty. Jonathan Miller now at the plate. Just off the inside edge. Check to swing of the 1-0 and appeal to first. And that's going to be ruled a swing. Two down, nobody on. Check swing didn't go. And it's 2-1. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Two outs. Off the mark there. And a full count now. Check swing. Now a look down to first. Did not go.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Tony Oliva digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 3. To the right side, fielder. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Rockies get 3 on this homer. And this is. And we're back, ready to begin the. Randy Johnson takes over on the mound.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
That clips the zone, and that's strike 1. Way out front for strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Check swing called strike. Strike 1.
0-1.
The Rockies leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Ground ball right side. Simeon sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Brendan Rodgers digs in now. That clips the corner. Next offering is downstairs. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two out, space is empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground to third. Sends it across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati. They trail it 6-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Rob Nen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Inside. And the count is 1-2. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Count's full.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one misses.
Ball.
So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Swanson, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. This one in the dirt.
0-2 is the count.
The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Nolan Ryan up and throwing for Terry Francona. Herter getting loose as well. That one misses,
Ball one.
and it's 1-2.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
Inside.
On the ground, could be two. Ripken tossed to second, now to first, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 down, bases empty. Next for Colorado, Marcus Semien. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Check swing, no appeal. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Check swing, and he held up.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and it's a 3-up. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Next for Cincinnati, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Ground ball, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Relay to first, double play. Reds down to their final out. And now here is Harper. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Rockies win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push a little further, get yourself a sweep. You know the fans are going to be behind this club. They've been playing really well, and these players, you can tell they feel the energy these fans bring to the ballpark.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.